Blackbeard's real name was Edward Teach, but names didn't matter anymore, because what he became was something far more dangerous. Little is known about his early life. Some say he was once an ordinary sailor. Others believe he served in the British Navy. But somewhere along the way, something changed. The sea has a way of changing men. It strips away fear and replaces it with something darker. For Edward Teach, it created Blackbeard. He wasn't the strongest pirate. He wasn't the fastest, but he understood something no one else did. Fear. Before every battle, he prepared himself in a way no one could forget. He tied slow-burning fuses into his beard and lit them. Smoke surrounded his face, his eyes hidden in shadow. The sparks danced in his beard like fire. To his enemies, he didn't look human. He looked like something sent from hell. And that was enough. Ships surrendered without a fight. Crews abandoned their posts. Some men jumped into the ocean just to escape him, because fighting Blackbeard meant facing something you didn't understand. But Blackbeard didn't just want gold. He wanted control, power, dominance over the sea. At his peak, he commanded one of the most feared ships in the Caribbean, the Queen Anne's Revenge, a ship armed with powerful cannons and a reputation that spread faster than any wind. With this ship, he controlled entire trade routes. Merchants feared him. Governments hunted him. But no one could stop him. He didn't need to chase ships. His name reached them first, and fear did the rest. There were times when entire crews surrendered, before Blackbeard even fired a single shot, because they had already heard the stories. Stories of a man who could not be stopped. Stories of a man who did not fear death. Stories of a man who looked like death itself. For a time, Blackbeard ruled the ocean. Ports whispered his name. Sailors changed their routes just to avoid him. He was not just a pirate anymore. He was a symbol, a warning. But no empire lasts forever. The British government could no longer ignore him. Trade was being disrupted. Fear was spreading too far. Something had to be done. So they sent a man, Lieutenant Robert Maynard. His mission was simple: find Blackbeard and end him. Their final encounter took place in shallow waters, near the coast of North Carolina. The location was chosen carefully. Blackbeard's large ship would struggle to maneuver there. No escape, no retreat, only a fight to the death. The battle began at dawn. Gunfire exploded across the sea. Cannons roared. Smoke filled the air. Wood shattered. Men shouted. The sound of chaos echoed in every direction. Maynard's ship was damaged quickly, but it was part of his plan. He ordered most of his men to hide below deck. From a distance, it looked like his crew was gone. Blackbeard saw an opportunity. He moved in for the final attack. Confident, fearless, certain of victory, his men boarded Maynard's ship. And that's when everything changed. Maynard's hidden crew emerged. The fight turned into brutal close combat. Blade against blade. Gun against flesh. Men fell one after another. But Blackbeard did not fall. Even after being shot, he kept moving. Even after being cut, he kept fighting. Witnesses later said, He was shot multiple times, stabbed again and again. And yet, he refused to die. He fought like a man who had nothing left to lose. Or perhaps, like a man who was already dead. It took several men, attacking him at once, to finally bring him down. And when he fell, the battle ended. But his story did not. His body lay still, but his legend grew stronger. They say his head was cut off and hung from the ship as a warning to others. But the ocean remembers things differently. Some sailors claim that after his body was thrown into the water, it swam around the ship 3 times before sinking into the darkness. A story no one could prove, but no one could forget. Because legends are not built on facts alone. They are built on fear. To this day, Blackbeard is not remembered as just a pirate. He is remembered as something more. A symbol of fear. A legend born from darkness. A man who understood something others didn't. That fear can be more powerful than any weapon. More dangerous than any sword. More lasting than any victory. And even now, centuries later, his name is still whispered, not as history, but as a warning. Because sometimes, the most terrifying stories are the ones that were real. And sometimes, the sea never lets them go. Don't forget to follow for more.